So, welcome back to Divide and Conquer 4.5 with the Erebor campaign as we continue our long, painful march into Mordor. We are simply walking into Mordor though, which is quite nice. But yeah, we have Erebor here who is going to be hopefully killing Mordor in this part. There's still a fair distance before we get to Mount Doom, and I'm sure there will be more trials and tribulations along the way. And considering this is what we have to work with, basically, this is what we have to try and make it to Mount Doom with, because at this point I don't think we can really get reinforcements down here quickly enough. We might be able to catch up with these 2 units of cavalry, but even if we do that, that's not a hugely substantial level of reinforcements. King Dane is still over here, of course, but I don't really feel too comfortable in moving him away from Mataram at the moment, because we have noticed there are a few little Mordor stacks running around down here, probably because Mordor, I think, are still at war with Khand. Dol Amroth is still at war with everyone, but that's probably because they're weak. So yeah, Khand is still at war with them. Even though Khand chose the script, which meant they stayed loyal to Mordor, in the end they have still broken off and rebelled against them, and apparently taken pretty much all of Mordor's allies with them, which is quite interesting. Look at all of our allies and enemies. We are well connected in Middle-earth, and our realm is an interesting and snaking thing, but we are trying to confine ourselves to sort of mountain regions or sort of typically dwarven areas that they would want to settle, which is why my realm looks a bit like this. The only thing we don't have, which would actually connect our realm up a little better, is of course Goblin Town. I might buy that back, but I don't want to at the moment because Angmar are still active and the Anduin Vale are still fighting with them directly. So it would be nice for Anduin to take over them, and then because of my vast wealth I'm pretty sure I could buy this settlement back. But other than that, I believe everything is proceeding as planned. We've got Mount Graham, who we can now build something else for, which we shall go for a merchant bank, because the more money we will make the better. Hopefully at some point we can be the biggest financial powerhouse on the map. You'd think we could overtake Khazad-dûm, but because they have a steady supply of goblins to slaughter and Khazad-dûm itself is so affluent, we still cannot quite defeat them. Ruin the Gossip is over here. I don't think we'll be giving anything else to Mirkwood, because we gave them Carysgaladon and Limhir. We might go and take a Drychan for them and give them that as well, because that would mean everything north of this little river here is in Mirkwood hands, and they will then act as a nice buffer zone between ourselves and Isengard, although that coloration there leads me to believe that it's actually Isengard that holds onto that and not Dol Guldur. I think Dol Guldur are pretty much gone. That's interesting there. That is a Dalian flag, so Dale may have taken over Dol Guldur actually, which is kind of interesting. Dale must be very large and very powerful, which is nice. The dynamic duo. Now, we shall move forwards, but right, we can't actually go any further. But we will stay there for the time being because the bridge is a nice defensive position if any other stacks come forward. Because of course we had to deal with that Mordor stack, or those 2 Mordor stacks actually that came after us. They can replace Black Uruk stacks pretty quickly, but stuff like the trolls and the great beasts and so forth, possibly the temple units as well, I wouldn't expect to see a huge amount of. And to be honest with you as well, Thorin's army was already a little bit battered and bruised, and it wasn't made of the best units. Dor's army is maybe more ranged focused than anything else we've had in the campaign so far, but it's also chock full of quality, and also a lot of armour upgrades there as well. Iron Fist hammers too. So that's as far as we can go there. Erui we can build something in as well. Stoneworkers Guildhouse would be quite nice. Merchant's Wharf is of course useless in this version of the game. A large pig farm wouldn't be too bad. Nor a market. I mean, we're going to be building a fair few things in this settlement at this point, so I do actually think a Stoneworkers Guildhouse would be just fine. Right, and we should, I think, trade out some of these units for something a little bit healthier. So, pretty much all of these units are healthier actually, so well, anything that's really depleted we will send back, so you can go in there. These hammers of Gundabad are heavily depleted, so you can sit back here. Other than that, I think it's really just these mattocks, isn't it? Taking Limhir was a little bit more costly. Maybe cheaped out a little bit too much on the force that I sent towards the settlement rather than the one acting as a rear guard. Right. These axe throwers, I don't know, like the axe throwers are nice, but I will send them back because they are micro-intensive, and at this point we really will be getting most of our work done by just going forward. Right, 2 more.
Joining our forces.
Yeah, upgraded Iron Guard.
Combining the armies, sire.
And yeah, we'll go for these Matics here. And once again, that is a pretty nice army. So we'll go down towards a Drychan, try and take that back. This is the dwarf that we will be entrusting to face off against Isengard's forces that come up here. Hopefully Mirkwood can do the business as well. I think that's pretty much everything. We'll have a little cursory glance around all of our settlements to make sure we're actually building stuff everywhere. Erebor, we're not building anything here, but is there really any... Well, I guess there is actually need for an armory, just in case a crusade does get called in the interim. It would be nice to have a garrison there. Onazanar. Could go for an Orikani Royal Hall. Great Miners Hall. Witherboard's already being built. We're getting a governor over there. Rakjeberg being upgraded. Dane's Halls. Yeah, we should go for an armourer here because this is still a potential place where we can recruit Dragon Slayers. Don't think we'll be recruiting anything else. That would be rather like Mount Gundabad where we only recruit one type of unit there. Latash. Yeah, an armourer there as well. You never know where we might need to suddenly raise an army after all. And that is going to be all she wrote. There's also these eastern provinces, which this I really wanted to turn into a recruitment province for Orikani, but at this point it doesn't really matter because it will take so long to traverse this land that really those dwarves are either going to succeed or fail as they are. So, unfortunate though that may be, Mataram. Dane's going to remain here for the time being, so I guess what we should do... Stoneworkers Guildhouse again. This could turn into actually a real economic powerhouse, Mataram. I didn't realise this was a settlement that could be upgraded quite so much. Right, we'll save it and we'll also turn the sound effects down. Where are we? There we go. And we'll turn them back up when we get into a battle itself. So we'll be here just to sort of see what they decide to do. See if Mordor's hordes descend upon us again. Thorin's battered army will have to follow the Ringbearer still. There's no getting around the fact that we need all dwarves on station, and if we need to make sacrifices to make it to Mount Doom, then so be it. Khazad-dûm and Moria. I'm really disappointed that Moria did not succeed in... Or, well, succeeded in taking back West Khazad-dûm. Khazad-dûm really needs... Because one of the victory conditions is, of course, to unite all the Dwarven holds, like I said in the last battle. It doesn't matter if it's us, Khazad-dûm or Ered Luin that do so, or hold on to the provinces in question, but we do need West Khazad-dûm to fall back into Dwarven hands before we can consider the campaign won. Yeah, Dol Guldur, no one cares about that. The Lord of Dol Guldur is dead. Again, Dol Guldur getting absolutely battered. Nazgul returned to Mordor. This is a problem. As Dol Guldur actually do collapse, they will get... their Nazgul will go to Mordor, which is obviously a problem for us. So we will need to keep an eye on that. Yeah. Another general. Faction destroyed Dol Guldur. So yeah, Dol Guldur are gone. So all of their Nazgul will now start to spawn over here. Yeah, that's not going to be enough. We'll deal with them in just a moment. Mordor are starting to really take control of all of these now. So we really do need to make it to Mount Doom quickly so we can nip that in the bud. A feast hall in Faluk. Retraining of Iron Hills Mattox. Relations report, Breland, Angmar. I'm surprised Angmar's relations even increased. Show this character's information scroll. He's in Dane's Halls. Man, there are some good units we can construct here as well. Go for some more Dragon Slayers. But other than that, we will leave it. So, where do we want this guy to go? I mean, Rakjeberg is actually without a governor. I don't know how much... It's not the most glamorous settlement, but yeah, it's worth about 300 gold per turn. So you can remain there. Witherboard is worth a little bit more, although even that isn't really much of an increase, but it will help. Every little helps. Right, this is the settlement we can actually build something else in now. Really unlikely to see any sort of incursions up here. But we'll go for it anyway. We've got so much money at this point that we may as well develop our settlements as much as we possibly can. We build any more? Ooh, Mount Gundabad. Can't believe we haven't started building anything here. Heavy armourer. Can we build another unit of hammers yet? No. That's the only thing I'd want to build at Mount Gundabad. The domineering unit that they are. So Dol Guldur are gone. Don't know whether it was Mirkwood or whether it was Dale that finished them off, but either way, it's fine by me. Kirit Gathol. A lot of these settlements actually don't have anything being built. Embarrassing scenes. Miners Union. Felkazash, still building something there. Skarn is still not able to be upgraded. Other than that, I think we're good. So yes, we shall continue our march forwards. Yeah, this army is so depleted that we should take it out with Thorin, to be honest with you, so we get maximum movement on the ring bearer.
By your will, sire, we shall engage.
I mean, they're not going to be able to defeat us, so I'm not entirely certain why the battle is that close, but nonetheless, we continue. Oh yes, we should turn the sound effects back up just a little bit as well. Okay, Thorin, time to continue your march to glory. Very impressive bridge defence because of that dwarven infantry. Catapult was a little bit finicky, but oh well. And these small orcish stacks are going to be all too easy, and wide open plains like this as well means we can... I mean, a lot of these units are heavily depleted after their heroics. Yeah, halberds in behind. Right. Axemen all in one blob. Got quite a lot of axemen actually, which is nice. Exactly the sort of thing we want against something like Black Uruks. Spears. You can go on this side actually, and you can just sort of be a more defensive unit. Axe throwers can go over there as well. Right. You actually can remain at the back because you're so depleted. Thorin, however, can be a little bit more on the front foot. Stiff-beard archers. Yeah, most of our infantry strength is certainly bound up in our king's axes. Where are they? Oh, for Christ's sake. Very well then. If that's the way you want to play it. We shall have to ×6 it. Come on, Catapult. You're the key to forcing them to come towards us. Nice to have a big unit of Durin's Guard as well. He replenished a little bit more so than our other fellow here. Yeah. That's what we want to see. Alright. Pretty sure those were hits. All we need to do is convince them that it's in their best interest to come towards us. Yeah, the halberds are the ones that I would want to hit the most, to be honest with you, because they're the ones that are going to be more capable of actually dishing out some damage. More hits. Grazing blow on those Black Uruks. As soon as they fire another shot, we'll go over to Grape Shot. Hits. Place your bets. They did actually hit a unit that it probably wasn't targeting, to be honest, but I'll move you forwards a little bit, I suppose. You can be sort of a secondary line. Yeah, and this should be real nasty for them. And we can also get ready to just sort of sweep forwards as well. take several units as well. In range of them yet? Yeah, go after them. I need to get too panicked for the moment. Shoot them. Interesting to see if we can actually get them to target down our Erebor axe throwers. Good stuff. Good damage from the throwing axes as well. King's halberds. I mean, again, like I said, the damage values for them is pretty poor, but right now we can go back with you. No, they're halberds, so oh, yeah, that's perfect. Throwing axes doing their thing. Yeah, just keep firing at them so that right, they're out of ammo now. You go up and around the back. After them, and yes, we shall move in there. Good. Right. Come on, fire at will. Last thing I want is for you to kill Thorin. That's good. King's axes have proven to be a really, really useful unit at this stage in the campaign. It's nice to have that bulky shock infantry, like I said in the last part. That was with regard to the Iron Hills Metocs, but the King's Axe is even more so, I would suggest. Ooh, they're coming back, are they? Okay, they're routing. There's only 2 of them remaining, so you don't need to chase them. There we go. That'll be the end of them. Ooh, that's our general as well. He could have got charged there. I suppose technically he did, but he didn't even get bloodied up from it, so embarrassing performance. Right. Close off the escape route. They're fighting to the death as well, so we will be able to kill them off to the last man. This is exactly the sort of thing we need to see more of as we continue our forward momentum toward Mount Doom. Don't think we're going to be able to catch them. The joys of being as slow as the dwarves. That's good. Good, good, good. I have to say that the lack of damage on the King's halberds is a bit of a shame, but as just a line holder, because of how tanky the dwarves tend to be, it's not too much of a problem. There we go, took 20 losses. But I think we healed a few. I think we only healed 3. Never mind. All is well. I do wonder where this territory, where this town is. I bet it is in the south of the province, so I won't be able to take it. Just to give me a bit of map visibility so I can keep placing watchtowers. As it is, I'm flying blind. But I guess that's kind of thematic, given the fact that we are moving through Mordor. As long as the stacks remain like that, though, there really is nothing they're going to be able to do against us. I was tempted to actually take the two stiff-beard archers out of this stack and replace it with 2 units of infantry, but none of these infantry units are really healthy enough for me to consider doing that. Right, you move forward. That's as far as we can go. The movement is a bit of a problem. You two, yeah, they will be able to catch up eventually, actually, so that wouldn't be too bad, having a bit of cavalry. Right. Now we shall march southward into Isengard territory once more. Ah, Radagast the Brown from the Anduin Vale. The Anduin are at war with Mordor, interestingly enough. Ooh, my voice seems to be giving up. Right, that could be all of their artillery that they had in here. Oh, excuse me. It's not coughing, it's for anyone worried about the dreaded virus, but my voice is giving up, which is a sign that maybe I've recorded too many in a row. But we shall soldier on. And that is as good as we're going to be able to do for this turn. So once again, there's got to be a better way of going about things than this, but no matter. I really want to use the Ringbearer's stack as well in battle, because there's so many black locks in it that I feel as though I could do what the elves usually do, which is just skirmish the enemy to death. Blacklock Engineers, I think the second best crossbows in, well, third technically. I think the singular best unit of crossbows is Saruman's Bodyguard, but I'm not sure you count a unit like that because they're so singular. As far as a massable crossbow unit goes, I'm pretty sure only Ered Luin have got a better unit than the Blacklock Engineers. And they are more crossbow orientated. Ooh, boy. Well, he's actually attacking Thorin. I actually want to retreat because I really don't want the Ringbearer to be controlled by the AI, and also I feel as though I could actually hold on to a good position with him. So I'm actually going to withdraw. What was that? Ugh. Pain in the arse. Bloody mechanics of this game, I swear. One army retreats, so the other one instantly perishes to a man. No, I'm not having that. Again, this has happened several times in the stream where the game itself has just decided to hit me with some bullshit. I'm not having it. If you want to kill the Ringbearer, if they kill the Ringbearer in actual combat, I'll accept it. But not like that. Bloody ridiculous. Right. Can we actually retreat a little further? Yeah, we will. Okay. That being the case, we will... the Ringbearer will take on both of those stacks by himself. I'd rather control that army and do it that way. Such a ridiculous thing. Again, people do like to lavish praise on Medieval 2, and rightly so, but refinements have been made in certain areas since this time. There's a lot of janky mechanics going on here. And I hate save scumming, but I'm not losing the ring to that. It's just silly. Right, okay, so he's deciding to attack Thorin still. Which is a little bit of a shame, but I think... Could we make this work? It's a lot of crap, to be honest with you. I think with our artillery we could possibly make that work. Also, we will sit on the red line and we could retreat with Thorin so that he can actually live. Unsurprising that they don't want to attack the Ringbearer's army, I suppose, because of how strong it is. This is a sign of things to come, though. It's going to be a long slog to Mount Doom, because Mordor can just vomit armies like this out all day long. Right. We don't really have a particularly great place to sit, to be honest with you. Is this the best place to go? Right, well, we want grape shots, I think. And we shall go, like so, we are going to be downhill, unfortunately, but there's not much we're going to be able to do about that. No, I think we do want to go into the back corner, to be honest with you, because it just means that we can set up in the corner on the red line, as cheesy as that may be. But in a situation like this, you need a bit of cheese. Right. Catapult. Like so. You two like so. You... Thorin can go back here, as can you actually. You I don't think we want to use if we can help it. I think routing will be our best friend here if we can make such a thing happen. Okay. Maybe some mortar shot first would actually be the way to go if the artillery crew actually stops messing around in the way that it's currently doing. Right. Let's get our axes into place. Right, you all can sit like so. Axe throwers can go here. Stonefoot spears can get ready to move in. Okay. No. Right. Still not in range. Infantry can go over here. They'll probably try concentrated force again, to be honest with you, as the AI almost always does. Saving grace is probably going to be the fact that Orc Host is going to be able to do very little damage to some of the stronger units we have, but I'm not sure we have enough units overall to actually win this fight. Interesting to see the river splitting through Mordor there. No, okay. Axorus can go over here actually, it's probably the best place for them. Probably is actually worth saving this special ammo, to be honest with you, the mortar shot. Black Uruks. He's taking too long again. Yeah, they're in range as well now for the mighty grape shot. Probably be able to swing around with our halberds to go this way as well. Hopefully we can use the mortar shot a bit later. Actually in range. There they are. Orc fighters, they're rubbish, so yeah, we'll be able to deal with them. Come on, you can fire a little bit quicker than this, surely. Pondering when next to fire the catapult. There we go. We'll be doing decent damage here because you can scarcely not hit orcs. They're going to get very close, which is even better for my grape shot. And they shall not convince me to leave my defensive shape. They're going to go after my poor Erebor axe throwers, aren't they? Yes, this is good. Right, is this where their general is? I think that might be him. It's kind of hard to tell with the Mordor generals because they blend into the... Yeah, go after him. I want to go after the blobs of orc infantry if we can. This is where our heavy armour is going to earn its keep, I hope. It's a lot of orcs though. That's good. Getting some units all the way back there even. And the Black Uruks are what we want to focus on most of all. We may end up losing this, to be fair, but hopefully we can do as much damage as possible to make this stack much less of an issue. Right, I think I've convinced them that it's in their best interest to move forward. There we go, good. Still going after my poor axe throwers. We're not going to be able to retreat our catapult though, is the only issue. Come on, one more shot. One more. Oh, you're useless. Absolutely useless. Right, you go forwards over here. You... Right, the catapult crew needs to retreat, really. It's a real shame, but you know they did okay, I suppose. Shoot at them. Oh right, yeah, I was going to say defeat should be a distinct possibility for them, surely. Right, we did well enough on the bridge fight, so let's hope that this can continue. If they attacked all at once, this would be probably an insurmountable challenge, to be honest, but that is not what they are doing. See if we can cause a bit more routing. They're out of ammo. Beginning to rout. Yeah, the low quality nature of a lot of these troops is going to really come back to bite them, I think. Yes, let us carry this momentum forwards. No, they're all just warmed up for the time being. Orc fighters, get into them. Catapult. get ready to try and remount the catapult as soon as we push them away from it. The Sons of the Fallen should be able to hold those orc fighters at bay. There's still orcs around there. More halberds on the way. Could really do with routing a few of these boys off. Victory is a distinct possibility at this point for them. Right, can we stop faffing around and actually push up into melee? Fighters are wavering. Right, we need to try and remount that catapult and get it into a position where we can start using the mortar shot again. Right, get it back here. You can push it through. I believe. Perhaps somewhat foolishly, but I do believe. Yeah, let's go after those orc hosts, if you will. Okay. Again, pathfinding is proving to be my biggest foe. Remount it and fucking get it back here. Can't believe those Moran on guard haven't routed yet. Ooh, they routed very quickly. Right, good. Yeah, again, this is why facing stacks such as this is not a huge issue. Because the routing is such a problem. This is another benefit to... We may not even need the catapult again. Yeah, we're not going to need the catapult again. Oh, the quality is so much higher for me than it is for them. Right, and now with the catapult actually in behind enemy lines again, which was a bit of a mistake from myself. Right, this army's still going to be alive to some degree. Up to the orc archers. Yeah, sure. Even our basic spears didn't take that much damage, all in all. It's not the sort of thing we can keep up indefinitely with an army that is this low, but yes, there we go. Just go after the orc archers, actually. Because we probably will have to fight our way through a few more. And they are coming back from routing, which is nice. It means we can kill them. Actually, you get over here. Could be enough to get them to rout even. A few of our infantry units did take a fair amount of damage here. Balance of forces evenly matched. Excuse me? They're up against King's axes? I don't think so. Right. Kill off more of them. And you... move forward like so. They've routed through the lines. I don't want to continue for the time being. I want to kill off as many as possible. I don't think we're going to be able to get too much more. Yeah, no, that'll be fine. Yeah, they will have... I mean, technically they've got more men remaining than we have, but that stack will be much depleted. And if that's anything to go by, our ring bearer stack will easily be able to deal with similar things as we push forward, especially considering the amount of ranged firepower we have in that stack. No catapult, but 2 ballistae as well, which in many ways are simpler to use, certainly less likely to kill your own men, as I have learned.
A proud victory.
Another little force. Isengard probably not too pleased that they have lost their holds in the Golden Wood. Harad. They actually tried to... Harad have got a diplomat all the way up in Mount Graham, and they're trying to bribe my settlement. The Ardenium are up here as well. You know what? Yeah.
Glad we could reach an agreement. Good day to you.
The Ardenium. I don't know if we're actually going to get any sort of benefit from that trade deal. We might, as we push into Mordor. Our borders may actually unify. Mordor, Isengard overall. Faction announcements. Good. Construction report. Rakyaberg, Felkazash, Eulstone, Karndum. And relations report. Bree. Doing good things. Right, you. Archery range, sure. Eulstone. Surely we have something we can build, something good. Sure, we'll go for a mining complex. Rakyaberg. Go for that for now. And other than that, I think it was Felkazash, wasn't it? We have not really anything, but we'll go for an armourer because we can. One more turn until the feast hall. Hopefully then we can actually start building some Oricani. Right, you two need to get forward so you can join Thorin's noble host. Ah, there we are. That is a lot of orcs. Although this is a little bit of a sort of game of, almost like a game of Tetris here. Right, we'll deal with that in just a second. For now, what we shall do is go down here and see what's up with Drychan. Right, we can't actually attack that just yet, I don't think, so we will wait until next turn. And that will be another territory we give to Mirkwood, actually. So that the border against Isengard is full. I don't know if Mirkwood will actually be able to hold on to that, though. Generally speaking, Isengard will probably be able to overrun them. Right, Fenestruinen, like, this is still a bit of a problem, the fact that the goblins are still just vomiting this many armies out onto the field. I really hope that someone can stem that tide sometime soon. Right, that's a good point, actually. Can we... Are mercenaries available? No, I was going to say mercenaries in this region would be something of a surprise. Right, okay. So this is going to be interesting. Let's go after this force here. Right, that is a lot of enemy armies. Okay, hold on. Be interested to see, because unfortunately it does appear that all of those armies are in reinforcement range, which is weird because I feel as though they probably shouldn't be. It needs to be adjacent. I suppose there is adjacency though, isn't there? Okay, I'm just gonna... This may look like safe scumming, but I am curious to find this out because the adjacency rules are somewhat interesting. If I attack the southern army, I don't think the settlement garrison would come out. And I'd be interested to see if that is indeed the case. Regardless of what happens, I will attack here. Even if it is, like... Yeah, so it doesn't count. And also, one of those armies is actually the really depleted one. That we've already given a damn good thrashing to. That army is not terribly impressive. This one, not either. Again, it's just a ton of orcs. Okay. We'll save it in case of crashing. So yeah, it is pure adjacency, and I guess that army is adjacent to all three of them by diagonal. This one isn't adjacent to the settlement garrison, so it can't come to its aid because it's 2 tiles away, which is kind of weird. You would expect that I don't know. It's kind of strange in terms of the rules, but I guess it is sort of square based, isn't it? But yeah, this is a bit of a moment of truth, really, because now Mr. Ringbearer is having to put his neck on the line. Okay. But we do have a bit of a stage. If we can take this territory, we will have a bit of a staging ground that we can use to push further into Mordor, and we have a settlement we can actually defend. But it may be that the march into Mordor is temporarily put on hold. Right. So I'm attacking into them, so there should be an army coming from behind them and that way. Bit of a bumpy bit of terrain there, so it'll be interesting to see if they actually come towards us and attack us. Probably not, because we are the attackers. But still, we'll set up back here just so that we aren't caught by surprise by anything. Right, and now a large selection of ranged units that we have. We have the 2 stiff-beard archers, and then the rest. Right. Okay, so yeah, we want all of our shielded bits in the middle. 2 dragon slayers. I think that's everything. Nope, we've got a unit of Iron Guard as well, so that's our front line. And then we have the 2 shock infantry wings. Hammers of Gundabad and 2 King's Axes, and then 2 units of Iron Fist hammers. Right, okay, so they are right there, okay. That being the case, let's... No, they are coming towards us. Absolutely marvellous. Overconfidence is not a virtue. Although, to be fair, we could actually kill this army off over here, the one that's right next to us. And that might be able to convince them, that might be enough to convince them, rather, to move forwards. You go there. You go there. Right, we need you to run. I mean, this could be something we can make really efficient. I really hope it is. Because if we can polish off this ragtag bunch of orcs... That looks like trolls, is it? Yeah, it's mountain trolls. That will be something that we probably want to try and use our ballistae on. They're going to try and go around, aren't they? The nerve. Let's see if we can get you into position there. Hammers of Gundabad, or not Hammers of Gundabad, Iron Fist hammers. And then Iron Guard and Dragon Slayer, so yeah, all tier 3 units with some archer backup. You would imagine. I mean, it looks like we're the defenders here, but we are actually the attackers. Which is significant, because it will determine what the AI think they can get away with. They have the edge in terms of range on us. Do we want... no, we want to stay in position for the moment. Ballistae in range yet? They are coming towards us. Fighters, Moran on guard. That's good. Dragon Slayers and Iron Guard will easily be able to kill Black Uruks. Iron Fist Hammers should be enough to deal with the rest. Ah, we do. We are now in range. Good. Actually, you know what? Let's get you lot over here. We will send another unit of Iron Guard over here, I think. Orc Coast. Actually, yeah, keep firing at the Orc Coast. You keep trading blows with the Orc Archers. Good, good, good. His Iron Fist Hammer's taking a bit of damage, but we can help them out with a rear charge from the Dragon Slayers. Yeah, Iron Guard keep moving that way. You fire into that blob, you fire into that one. Yes, good, good, good. Crossbow bolts. Black Uruk archers. That unit of Orc Coast. That unit of... Where are the halberds? There they are. And you keep firing at them, sure, why not? Right. Now we'll tilt you around this way so that you can get ready to receive the trolls.
They have lost half their men.
This is good. This is good. The question here, I think, is how efficient can we actually be? There goes that captain. That'll be the end of that stack. Right. Okay. Yeah, continue to fire in just down there. King's Axes. Actually, you know what? All of this shock infantry can just go over there, to be honest. Because that reinforcing army is probably going to go that way. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what they hope to accomplish there, but yeah, you can go over here as well now, actually. Black Uruk archers. Sure, why not? Right, so that army there is almost completely broken. Almost being the operative word. And we'll just get a cheeky volley. Right, kill those trolls. Ooh. Didn't realise that was traversable terrain. That's a bit of a shame. It's a real shame, actually. Okay, right, we need to turn it down to half speed at this point. Things are getting a little bit crazy. Alright, so Orc Coast is routing, Orc Archers are not, but we can correct that quite quickly. The Iron Fist Hammers are also should absolutely roll over the trolls. I'd be expecting tier 3 shock infantry to kill weak trolls. Hammers of Gundabad can get in there as well. Black Uruks, Blacklock Engineers can. This, you go after the halberds, you after those archers. They should rout pretty fast. They're still just trying to push through. I would heavily expect that unit to rout pretty quickly of Orc Coast. What else have we got going on? Stiffbeard archers are moving. Those Orc archers are fleeing. Right, yeah, the trolls are falling away to the Iron Guard, although they are killing Iron Guard in return, which is not what we want to see, but those Black Uruks are also... you need to wait there. Still a lot more Orcs to come. They're routing. Get into position there. Sauron's will definitely need to shoot them with the archers. Dragon Slayer's easily going to be able to defeat that sort of thing. So one unit of them. One unit of them. Get you in here as well. Our general. It's only Orc Coast after all, and he gets a ton of hit points as well from the... you're trying to sneak your way through, are you? Ballista crews taking damage. I would really expect that Orc Coast to be routing fairly soon. Right. Again, when I tell you to move, it's not really a request as such, it's more of an order. Arrows finding their marks, good, good, good. Black Uruks struggling. These trolls really need to die, so annoying in Divide and Conquer. Fighting that way. Right, Dragon Slayers get ready. Them. Halberdiers. Right, finally. Right, remount the ballista, please. And get yourself... I mean, I guess you just still remain where you were, for the most part. And you can tilt yourself a little bit, I suppose. Yeah, we need to intercept those halberds. I suppose actually we should be moving you guys back as well, because you're just skirmishing ineffectively with Black Uruk archers. It's not really what we want you to be doing. Actually, this is working out quite nicely. Only a few axes and we're able to get some good clean shots. What's going on here? Are they actually chasing my King's shields? I think they are. Okay, I'll take a downhill engagement against that. Those trolls are still somehow alive. Indestructible as they apparently are. Right, they rout. Right, yeah, charge downhill into them. Actually, you know what? This is all archers, so yeah, the general can go down there as well. Black Uruk archers. Okay, good. We did intercept them. It's not a great engagement, but we can shoot at point blank into them at least. We're going to take losses in this fight, but that was kind of unavoidable given what it was. We might need to honestly park ourselves in this settlement, defend it, and get reinforcements down here, honestly, before we can get the ring to Mount Doom. We don't have the ability to just sort of run past enemies because we're so slow as the dwarves. Right, The line is still decent, but hopefully they don't try and overrun us. One troll remains. Hammers of Good and Bad stomping Black Uruks into the dirt. Yeah, keep going after this lot. Yeah, I mean, a lot of what's left, honestly, is going to be... Orc Maulers killed off that general. Dragon Slayers really doing the business against them. The Halberds not really able to get many kills in return, actually, which is nice. Shoot at them now. More Black Uruks for the slaughter. A lot of Sauron's Will over here, which is going to be a bit too much of a task for one unit of Iron Fist hammers, I think. Right. Well, we're starting to do some... yeah, we'll be able to rout a lot of these. Do want to be a bit careful because this is our general. Could get a little bit too far ahead of ourselves if we're not careful, but we do have the advantage of some Dragon Slayers. Oh, hello. Bold to attack Dragon Slayers. Right, I think actually we will get one of our units of Blacklocks. There's so many archers, but it is archers that are of low quality at least. To form up a bit of a Helm's Deep around our general. Archers are there. Dragon Slayers continuing to just funnel the enemy to their doom. Get in there. Yeah, okay. Winning that fight. No, yeah, you can fire into them. You over there. Yeah, that's good. We're hitting right in the side and go after the Sauron's Will also. Where are they all going? They're leaving this part of the line. Marvellous. There's a big rout. Exactly the sort of thing you want to see from dwarves. We do need a bit of support over here, to be fair. You go over there. Yeah, good hits from the Ballistae. How about some fighting, he says. Don't know what it is he thinks he's been doing up until this point, but... get into them. What's actually going on our front line now? It's a little bit... Things are... Well, we still got the Hammers of Good and Bad though, so we should be okay. Nice backup. Maulers break. Continue the momentum forward. Dragon Slayers are slowly dying, but they're doing their job. Can't ask for much more than that. Oh, we've still got some Durin's Guard over here, haven't we? Right, Sauron's Will. Those halberds should be dying off pretty quickly with ballista fire into their side. And we will also push forward, I think, with... Ooh, that's not great. They have slipped the net. Where are you going? Going after routing units. Right, okay. Or we get you to the side of them. One or the other. Oh, they routed, good. Thank goodness for that. Right, you actually keep shooting at them, so that they don't come back.
The battle seems to be swinging in our favor. Such tidings as victory emerge.
Do we have... Yeah, we may as well shoot at you. Dragon Slayers. So many archers at this point. There's a lot of routing going on. I'm going to move over there. They're depleted. I keep firing at them. So yeah, we took damage, certainly. No. One kill in that mess. Right, King's Axes engage with them. Hammers of Gundabad, who have been absolutely superb, as you would expect. Up there, finish them off if you please. Yeah, with the assistance of those Blacklock bolts. Where's the general? I bet he's diving right in. Where are you, general? Oh no, there you are, back there. Okay, good. What a fight this was. One of the most significant ones that we've had so far. Shoot at them. A lot of these units returning from routing as well. Blackrock Archers returning to the fold as well. Jesus, right, we need to get out of there. I can see the general. Enough faffing around chasing down archers. Let's see if we can't get over to Sanctuary with the Iron Guard. Meanwhile, over here, you now shoot. God, the general is was at the back there. Otherwise, that would have been most unfortunate. Really don't want to be losing the ring bearer after all of this.
The enemy general has no honor. He flees the field of battle and abandons his men.
You may as well start making your way over here, because this is where the general's going to be caught ultimately, but he will get support. Keep moving. That's actually King's shields that are over here as well. Okay. This should be sufficient. There we go. Wasn't even Iron Guard either, it was King's shields that was over here, but that is just fine. As long as there's support. Ooh, blew up one of our ballista. That's a bit of a shame. Well, this has been chaotic, to say the least.
Look how our cowardly foe runs. It is time to fret him.
Remarkable scenes. Don't know if we're going to be able to make this stick though, that's the only thing.
Look how
There we go. Right, we'll end the battle there.
Is utterly vanquished. Let all who remember the stay remember it as
Yeah.
the day of our most glorious victory.
King's Axes did very well. Blacklock Engineers 463. That's good. A lot of kills for the Blacklocks in general. Yeah, I mean, fairly stressful that one, but at some stage now we may have to sort of combine all of our armies that are down here into a single stack. Being so far away from support is a problem. A growing problem. Yeah, well, we will be executing them.
Glory and honor.
Right.
Set a watch. We can't leave.
We can't do anything further. But right, we can. What we can do is put more units in with him. So what else can we do? Yes, we can combine a couple of units. How many? So wait, we've only got. No, yeah, we do still have 4 Blacklocks. I was going to say. Right, you two can be combined. So we can put 4 units from this stack over here into this one. So we want to make that some decent ones. Make sure that we are prepared. The halberds won't be aren't a bad call either.
My king.
Yeah, but other than that, I guess we'll just act as reinforcements, and then we'll try and take Saragosse next turn. Easier said than done, though. That is a stack in there that does have some decent stuff, including trolls. Not too thrilled to see Temple Knights, but we have the capability to kill off this stuff. It's just a case of, at this stage, it's getting quite dicey with regards to...
My king.
We just need to send more reinforcements down here as much as we possibly can. My question is, can I actually... Are there mercenaries here? No mercenaries able to be recruited here. That is a shame. That is a shame. Man. Relations worsened with Angmar. Enemy army rout in the face of the Ringbearer, who his unit is actually depleted at this stage, so it's going to be tough, this. Right, we've already done what we can over here, haven't we? Yes, indeed we have.
Would you wish to speak to me?
Speak to our dignitaries.
Yeah, that is everything, isn't it? So, we are far behind enemy lines at this point. It's a shame that Gondor isn't still standing. Mordor, though, they are at war with other people, which goes to show how strong they really are. Okay. Well then, let's see what they decide to try and do. I think trolls, temple knights, crossbows and ballistas going to be the most useful thing there. That was a significant fight. That's a lot to produce, to be fair. We probably will have to do that at least once more, that kind of battle. And then there's Isengard. His sword looked like it had glitched, and that one too. It looks like the point on them is way too big. How weird. What have we here? The foul hordes of Isengard come for me. Nazrolg. God, there's so many ballistae. Crying out loud. Some decent forces, actually. I'm tempted to retreat so that they don't... Well, actually, no, they don't even get the settlement garrison anyway, so they're going to try and hunt me down anyway. Okay. Well, this could be... Infantry-wise, we're fine. But in terms of the actual fight itself, I don't know, like those ballistae, we'll see. I mean, if we lose this fight, I mean, it's definitely not campaign destroying, but it will mean we'll have to sort of mass up another force and send it down here before Isengard start to roll up the Anduin again, because I doubt Mirkwood will be too thrilled. Okay. We are actually the defenders this time as well. very eventful at this point. Mordor and Isengard at the summit of their powers, and it seems like we are the ones attracting their ire. Okay, interesting map. Alas, we are downhill. I really don't want to... well, I mean, there is... conventional wisdom would suggest that this is the place to be. Okay, we will have you there. And we have one unit of crossbows, which, to be fair, we can actually utilise for their stakes. Hammers of Gundabad, we can do the same. Balin Mark II. He can be just here on his own. Right, and then we have, I guess, just the 2 spears. Oh, we do have a unit of archers as well, I keep forgetting. Right, 1 spear can go up here. 1 spear can go there, because we want to... they will have wargs, I think. I should have looked for that. I was looking more for just the general quality of their units. And the rest, right, line infantry time. Not all of our units are amazing in this stack, but should be enough for basic bits and bobs. They can go there. Oh no, we have a unit of Iron Guard as well. Sons of the Fallen can march with our general. What else have we got down there? It's all our shock infantry, right? Yes, it is. Which can go at the back, and we can try and go behind enemy lines as much as we can with them. Right, let's see where they arrive. Okay. That is accurate. They will hope to make up in numbers what they lack in quality. It's another example of the artillery saying it's in range, but it actually lying. Close up a little bit more. Right, that's the ballista army. Yeah, I think... right. We are going to have to... It's not great, that situation, to be honest. Why are you not firing? You're supposed to have mortar shot. Obviously such a letdown. Right, okay, well that being the case, you go back here. You're embarrassing yourself. Right, let's charge forwards. I don't really think we have too much of a choice, because if we sit back, those ballistae are just going to have their wicked way with us. That front line can remain with some spears at its core, and they can also have the support of the ranged units. You charge this way, and you do the same. Far from ideal, this, but I have confidence we can win it, but again, it's going to be costly. We really need to set up this full Mirkwood buffer zone, I think, so that we again have a bit more time to rebuild. Yeah, they're yet to enter the field at least, so we do have the opportunity to catch them off balance a little bit. They're on the field now. Yes, they didn't even get a charge, so that should be the end of some wargs. after the spear guard with our hammers. The legendary speed of the dwarves in full effect. Still having issues getting up this hill, aren't they? Fancies our chances. Those wargs go that way. You just dive right into the middle. Those are berserkers, so we want to be a little bit careful of those, but ooh, we're at high bodyguards. Yeah, get after them. No. We want to just keep things tight. Ow. Jesus. Follow my own advice a little bit, shall we? And get into loose. Right. You clan spearmen, yes. Dragon slayers against berserkers, yes. We'll just send some iron guard as well, just to make sure of that. Urukai infantry. Those warg marauders. Right, where are we? Okay. It's poor Mattox. Taking a ton of damage there. And where's our Blacklocks? There they are. Shoot at the wargs. And those berserkers should be falling by the wayside fairly quickly. Clan spearmen are not going to be able to hold up to Erebor infantry. These Erebor infantry have actually pushed a little bit too far behind enemy lines. There's a ton of ballista bolts. Shoot at those Blacklocks. Shoot at those pikes with the Blacklocks. For Christ's sake. Stickiness of Medieval 2 units. Those Urukai bodyguards are winning. Iron Fist hammers will go through the gap with you. We need to shoot at them. Yeah, this is good. We're going to get held up on 3 wargs, who undoubtedly will be able to survive 5 minutes in melee with Sons of the Fallen. Sorry for the non-cutting edge commentary here, but it is a little bit of a... These last few battles have been quite stressful, to say the least. My poor Blacklocks. Where'd my Iron Fist hammers go? There they are, right in and amongst their ballistae. We're losing there. I think mainly because of the pikes, to be honest. Urukai bodyguards. Berserkers are apparently winning there, which is a little bit of a concern. And we've got hammers of Gundabad absolutely dominating the fight against crossbows. How is the artillery crew actually winning against Iron Fist hammers? Actually, we need to get the Dragon Slayers in against the Bane Guard. We'll get the Uruk-hai, or the Erebor infantry rather, going down this way. Go after the Uruk-hai pikemen. Go after them. Again, this is going to be fairly costly, but what can you do? There we go. Hopefully Balin Mark II continues to fight well. Berserker's starting to lose ground a little bit. So many archers in all of these enemy stacks. Right, there's no way Bane Guard are going to be Dragon Slayers, so the game is once again lying in spectacular fashion. There we go. Isengard's armies of this sort are going to be more difficult to deal with as well than... There we go, good. To them. Sons of the Fallen doing well against all of those low tier units, better than the Iron Fist Hammers are doing, although to be fair there is a lot of Uruk-hai going after them. Right. There we go. Starting up that way. After them. Right, good. That's the actual general as well. So that's the beginning of the end. It's a real shame that we're not doing this on stream, to be honest with you, because this last couple of parts have been like really climactic in many ways, and I highly doubt that the pre-record is going to be as popular. I did want to finish the Erebor campaign that way. No need to worry about that. More infantry on the way. Okay, doing good damage. Crossbows are breaking, Hammers of Gundabad doing the business.
The enemy are badly blooded. They have lost half their men.
We don't want to take Berserker's head on with our general because he could perish as a result. Ooh. How lovely. More units to kill. Sons of the Fallen again proving to be very good in melee. Right, from this position we can rear-charge them as the Dwarven horns sound. It'd be just my luck if he died to the Berserkers now, but no. Idiots. You just lost about 20 Iron Guard because of your incompetence. Archer's still up and about. Ballista crew perishing. Berserkers, I believe, are locked morale, so it makes sense that you shouldn't really be able to break them, but there's my general. Getting dangerously close to one of them. Ah. And now the cleanup begins. Yeah, you just charge up that way. You go in there. Erebor infantry should be winning. That is a half-orc spear guard, so we will get down there with our dragon slayers to make sure of things. Sons of the Fallen might lose now. We're victorious there, so you can all charge forwards. Yeah, we will need to start building more units in the north again. It's easier to get reinforcements down here, mainly because I'm not all on my lonesome deep within enemy territory. Also because it's just outright closer. Main guard. Okay, it's time for times 6 speed at this point. Good. We lost just under half our men in the end. But Isengard have also had some of their stacks squashed. Yeah. Mordor did not attack out of their settlement though, so we could just siege them out, which is very, very tempting. But if we do that, like, it just gives them more time to start building more stacks to throw at us, and eventually the ring will fall out of our hands. Well, we will be executing them, of course. And then we shall begin... Well, I guess we won't actually retreat from that position. We will just siege a Drychan down.
We have
Trade rights. Sure thing, Harad.
Decision for a balanced deal. Our discussions come to a close.
It's really interesting how the Aradnaim, the Haradrim and Khand have turned against Mordor and they've almost joined the good side. It's really strange. It's like Mordor and Isengard against the world at this point. Right, end of turn report. Yep. Faction announcements, bits and pieces, construction report. Actually, that's a good point. We are in enemy territory here. Is this mercenary country? It's not, unfortunately. Right, we will begin the process of sieging them down. So we shall maintain the siege there. And I think what we will also do is we'll combine some of these units and send down some more to reinforce that poor Iron Guard unit. Is there anything else we can combine? Not really. Surely there's some King's Axes we can combine together. Apparently not. Real mishmash of units. This is actually no. Yeah, we can. Oh, for crying out loud! 3, really? I can't believe you do this to me. Okay, well, you are not going to get disbanded because every man will help. Okay, we'll send down a few more. You come down here.
We march no further today.
You're still fairly healthy, so you can also do so. You know what, the axe throwers would be useful, wouldn't they?
Move out. Aye. Joining us. Aye. My king. Aye, Lord.
Okay.
We've marched our limit.
And now we need to start recruiting more units en masse. So, yep, spearmen definitely. I think another unit of Blacklocks, Sons of the Fallen, and a catapult. As for other places, Latash is a pretty decent recruitment hub at this point. Iron Guard, 2 units of King's Axes. Faluk is also Iron Guard. King's Warriors would actually be nice, some better axe throwers and some King's Shields. And some Sons of the Fallen, why not? At this point it would be rude not to. Great Roads, definitely, always useful. Hailstone. Right, Rui. Can we build anything down here yet? No, we're still building a Stoneworkers Guild house. Mount Graham we can build something in though, a merchant bank, so we shall do that post haste. What sort of units can we build here? Nothing. Khan Doom we can build stuff in. It's a little far away for my taste though. At that point you're starting to get a little bit too far. Right. Yes, this is it, isn't it? This is our reinforcements.
March! We march, my king. Onward!
What is this?
I'm gonna stick you!
It's unfortunate. We'll do a long retreat with them, I think, if we can
My king,
stomach it.
leading the men with honor, sire.
This is an orc encampment, isn't it? So I don't know how useful these are actually going to be. I think it'd probably be more useful to just build more rams. We will build a couple of ladders just in case. What is that? That is units. Right, that should be sufficient for all of our nefarious purposes. Right, surely. Orikani Clan Hall. They would be very useful down south, but it's probably too late at this point to bother. Why not? We'll send you southwards. It's one singular unit. That is where we are at. Kirit Gathol. Oh yeah, we need you two. As long a road as it may be, we may as well begin the process of sending you down here. Right. So, hey.
I am a warrior, not an
You,
innocent
my friend, are a long way from home, and that is quite a snazzy army you have at your disposal as well. Are you at war with one another then, because Isengard and Mordor are Mordor's allies? No, you're not. You're not allied with them either, though. Which is interesting. It means you're going to be making them very angry as you pass through their territory, unless you've got, I guess you could have, military access. Interesting. I wonder if we could, no, the Ardenaeum diplomat just left, which is a bit of a shame, to be honest.
Aye, Lord.
Because that would be, that'd be interesting to get an alliance with them, and for them to start really messing Isengard up internally. That would be real interesting. Okay. So whatever the next battle is, whether it's us being able to be on the attack, or whether they sally out and try and get us, either way is fine by me. Right. Let's see what Mordor and Isengard try to do. The two greatest threats that Middle-earth still faces. It's good that those stacks weren't going after the Woodland Realm territories I just gave them, to be fair, so gives them a little bit more breathing room as well. They aren't going to sally out. Isengard definitely won't, because they just lost that battle. What is our Ardenaeum general doing? How did he even get there? That's what I want to know. I would assume, based on that, that most of like Western Gondor is Ardenaeum territory, which is really cool. It sort of follows the path almost of the like first 2/3 of the campaign that I did with the Black Númenóreans. Okay, so they're going that way. It's a shame they're not going after Orthanc. Right. End of turn report. Isengard and Mordor still dominating. Construction report. Plenty of things. Dragon Slayers at Dane's Halls. War declared between Isengard and Dale. Good. It means that Dale will... Ooh, and they actually did not elect to reinforce either.
My king.
What is that?
I'm gonna stick you. Aye. Approaching to engage the enemy, sire. Aye, sire.
Right.
Aye.
That's an
Approaching to
auto-resolve.
engage the enemy, sire.
Good.
Ah, it's useless. Run for it. Move
That
on.
way.
Aye. Aye,
Ah, for
sire.
crying out loud. These little stacks, so awkward, so annoying. Right, Mataram. Again, Great Roads is probably what we want. just to increase that movement. Otherwise,
Aye, Lord.
you go down to Erui.
Forward, aye.
You head over here.
Aye, sire.
You do the same.
We march no
Okay, well that...
Aye, my liege.
Do I want to give this to Dale? Well, that makes our choice for us somewhat. It does mean that we need to attack now, basically. It's not a weak force, though, that's the thing. Do we break the siege and instead run?
My king. Aye,
No, I don't think we do. I think we continue as we are.
my king.
So potentially 2 more battles. I'll tell you what, the next part it can open up on the Mordor one. For now,
By your
we
will,
will
sire, we shall engage.
assault a Drychan. So it's an even battle, so it says, which I suppose, given the numbers discrepancy and the fact that they do have some Orc defenders on side, but actually they could have had 2 Orc defenders, but they don't. Okay,
Attack.
Balin, time to earn some more stripes. We can't actually give this to Dale because we don't have a diplomat nearby, but we can give it to Mirkwood. And we shall do that. Don't even know if Isengard are at war with Mirkwood, to be honest with you. I would assume they are, because it just makes sense. Right, okay, so we're attacking from this side of the settlement, which is good because our lower numbers... Right, we don't want you carrying the ram, really. No, you can't, you're too damaged. Yeah, you can carry the ram up. The catapult is going to be very useful in this kind of situation. Right, you two can get ready to charge up. And the rest of you... Reprobates? No. We want... Sure. You can just come in as a next wave. Actually, you know what? Stop. Stop. Can destroy these towers. And we shall do so, because they are ballista towers. We could also get away with destroying the walls, actually. But that's clearly not... You know what? This represents more value. Did those two both go short then? Okay, well at least they hit something. There we go. Crumble. Yeah, now they're leaving, look. Cowardice. Although this wall is not going to crumble. Can we kill the walls with grape shot? No, evidently not. Okay. Right. Okay. Let's get you forwards and... you know what? There's not a lot of damage we did to that wall at all.
Our men.
There are the towers. these are Dragon Slayers, so... Uruk-hai Archers and even Uruk-hai Infantry going to be no match. Visually, I do think that the Dragon Slayers are my favourite unit. Even if, functionally, I do think the Hammers of Gundabad are superior to them, because the sheer damage they can dish out. Please don't fall. Aha, we go over you. Really, indeed. So it does have that bug. Ah, Zerkers. Indeed they have. Right, hold on a second. Right, seeing as it is Berserkers, we do want quality units in there to deal with them, I suppose. Not you. We want... You need to drop your thing now. You get in there. Sod it, you get in there. Just numbers. Glorious numbers. We lost far more Dragon Slayers than was truly necessary there, but they're still going to do the business.
The battle is very much in our favour. If we remain true and steadfast, victory will be ours.
Ooh.
We have
Okay.
captured the enemy's walls.
No, you're not using the bloody ladders because they kill you. We're going to have to force path our units to take the paths we want them to, otherwise they're just going to brainlessly use the route that will end up killing them. Sod it, you can just go that way then. I don't understand why the units have such a hard-on for using the ladders when they are absolute trash, but such is Medieval 2. Look at this, that they just end up plummeting to their doom, and I think this is because mechanically the walls are too low. You get up there. Look how many are dying, look, it's absolutely ridiculous. This is the problem in the Grey Havens map on Reforged as well. It's got to be because of the actual walls that are used, and that's got to be fixed, I'm sorry. Like, I'm all for units getting killed up the ladders, but not because they get to the top and then all of a sudden they plummet to their doom because the ladder's too long. You would just get off the ladder here if that were the case. No, actually we can get into a good position to shoot at those. Oh shit. No. It'll be just my luck if the general bloody dies by doing that. Idiots. Fucking idiots. There goes demonetization. Honestly, you're brain dead. Get out of there. Slow and brain dead. You're going to try and use the ladders as well, aren't you? No. Use the road. The gates are open. It's the last time I bring ladders to this bloody settlement. At least we've won that fight. It's going to take us a little while to hack and slash through them, but not the end of the world by any means. Right, you, get over here, idiot. Right, and there's one berserker left. Good. pikemen are on the way. Very well then. This is actually a golden opportunity to get my ranged units into place. Right, come on, can we please kill this one berserker? Right, good. Down off the walls, if you please. Fallen are up here as well, so you get down. Again, taking far more damage than was ever necessary. They'll get into place at some stage, I'm sure. Yeah, here we go. So then we'll be able to rain some death down upon this front line over here. Right, Blacklocks, can you hit the pikes? We shall soon find out. What else is that in there? Is it Uruk-hai infantry or is it... No, it's archers. I saw the scimitars and I was wondering. I seem to have given them a perfect target. Yeah, and you're not even in... You can't even shoot them. Again. Useless, amateur, all of the above. Right, that being the case, let's just bloody well charge through. We shall just utilise all of our mass and just bulldoze our way through. After all, there is a time limit to concern ourselves with. Pathfinding. Well, they're routing now, so good. It had the desired effect, even if it was, again, in spite of the dwarves' intelligence, rather than because of it. Right. Let's continue to march forwards. Over there. You into position. Where's the black box? There they are. That's pretty much everything. Marching into place. Ballista crew coming back for round 2. There's some Bane Guard in there as well, I suppose. Wasn't Bane Guard in there for very long though. Alright. Continue to move forwards, if you will. You can go over there. Still Ballistae. Such joy. Where the there we are. Right. Are you in? There you are. Now we shall use a grape shot. Yeah, they're just going to push their way through. Could you slaughter these annoying twats? Oh, sod it. No sense in being clever. Look what you accomplished. Absolutely bugger all. A little bit more haste. You're under fire from ballistae. You go around actually and silence that annoying artillery piece. Raiders, think you can slow me down, eh? Jesus. Interesting, framed it. That way. Victory is almost a certainty against Iron Guard. Yes, there is a bit of a discrepancy in numbers, but even still. Through, if you please. And that unit of Iron Guard is cut off from behind enemy lines, I suppose. It is like walking through treacle or molasses, the dwarven speed. It's truly a glacial thing to behold. Going. Thought they were routing for a second then, that they were leaving the front line, but no. That'll be the end of them. Right, no, you're getting caught up on the wrong unit again. All of our most damaging units are held up by 10 Bane Guard. A whole Bane Guard. Shoot them. Last thing I want is for the time limit to kick in. But it shouldn't. We should have all we need. You go after the clan spearmen though, just to be safe. Still bolts whistling overhead. One Uruk-hai archer.
Our men are winning the battle. If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
Yes, this should be a rather one-sided affair. This is actually a Dunland unit, isn't it, the clan spearmen? It's like their entry-level trash tier unit, going up against a tier 3 unit of dwarven shock infantry. Poor manlings. There is still an opportunity to shoot in with some bolts. They are resilient though, Isengard, much more so than Mordor, both in morale and just blunt survivability terms. With all the AP that's on the front line now, like, we really should be making quicker work of the Bane Guard. Aren't interested in routing, are they? A general? No, surely not. No, it's just some Bane Guard at the back there. There is one Uruk-hai archer. Actually, probably worth hunting you down in melee, isn't it? Right, there we go. Seeing he was just a captain. Actually, no, he may have been. No, he wasn't. He was in the Bane Guard, wasn't he? Seeing as he was just a captain, he had some good fortune for quite a while. They're nearly gone. Okay. One Bane Guard remains. Finish that one off. Hopefully we don't run out of time, that would be dreadful. It is remarkable how long they can survive, considering there's Hammers of Gundabad, Dragon Slayers, Sons of the Fallen, Durin's Guard in there.
Let all who remember the state.
Yeah, not really a battle that deserves that sort of fanfare. But yeah, we will be giving that right away to Mirkwood because we don't have the capabilities ourselves to actually hold on to it. And with the additional forces that they get given, maybe they will. We have well and truly plumbed the depths of this one stack that we sent Balin Mark II down here with, though, so we will need to buck up our ideas. There we go. Yeah, that is a full stack, including a general. Occupy. We shall go this way. And Thranduil.
Always happy to deal with you, trusted friends.
I come bearing more gifts. Edrai Chan.
I accept this wonderful deal with pleasure. An honor and a pleasure.
There we go.
Farewell.
Can't actually see what they have, but we shall trust that they have. We shall trust they have the right stuff. Get a little bit further away, and other than that, we'll take one more cursory glance around all our settlements. Glad I did, because Erui needs more. Go for a market, because we're not going to be building units in Erui. Rakuberg, I mean everything else up here is building more stuff anyway. So, we will save it there, and that is where we shall end part 12, and part 13 shall pick up over here, where we shall do much the same thing. We shall have another offensive siege. Hopefully we can, because the Orc settlements are easy to shoot into with Black Locks and with Ballistae, we should be able to be quite efficient in taking Saragost, and hopefully this can be our jumping off point into Mordor. It is a long, slow slog as we make our way towards Mount Doom, but it's closer than ever before, and with a settlement to our name within Mordor's ashy borders, hopefully we can finally bring Mordor to their end, and then that just leaves Isengard really as the only villains of Middle-earth that need to be defeated, and with the capture of Orthanc, that can be done. So the end of the campaign is in sight. Hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you'll join me for whatever is next.